Certainly, you can be vegan and be unhealthy. Just because you're vegan, it's not by definition. By definition, that doesn't mean better than or worse than or healthier than anything else. I mean, especially now, you go to Whole Foods and there's a bazillion sort of meat and dairy substitutes, and a lot of those are highly processed foods. Like the sort of veggie burgers and chicken wings and chicken fingers and all these sorts of crazy cheese substitutes and all of that are they're great as a bridge if you're trying to kind of break your cravings or your habits to step into a more plant-based diet. Like I think it's and they're fine in moderation or whatever, but I think if you're kind of relying on those to as sort of a foundational basis of your diet, that you're probably not going to feel that great. And you could eat McDonald's French fries all day and I guess you're vegan, right? So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to know without knowing exactly what they're doing, or maybe they're under eating. Maybe they're just eating lettuce all day or something like that, and they're not getting enough calories. So I would have to know more. I think that there's some more restrictive vegan diets than others. Like if you read Engine 2 or the China study, and they're kind of preaching this zero oil, no nuts, no avocados kind of thing. And as an athlete personally, like I found that I need those to keep my energy level high. They're like clean burning fats, and fat is a great energy source for the athlete. It's sort of, per gram, you're going to get more energy out of fat than you are going to get out of sugar, right? So, and especially for endurance sports where you're burning fat all the time, and it's kind of an even source of energy that is clean burning. So personally, like I eat a lot of avocados and I eat a lot of nuts, and I find that they keep my energy level kind of consistent and solid. I mean, obviously you don't want to overdo that. You'll put on weight, it's not good to eat too much fat, but I do try to incorporate healthy fats into my diet. So maybe, that could be one reason that people complain about it. And also I think if you're making the switch, there's an adjustment period.
Yeah.
Where your body's confused and, you might be tired initially or whatever. You need to kind of settle into it and find what works for you.
That's like with my dad, he's a paint contractor, and he did the Engine 2 and then gave up because he's like, I can't paint a whole house without having to eat 5-7 times. And
right.
Well, you eat more fat then.
Right, yeah, maybe if he started eating, avocado sandwiches or something, like that, or trying to put some, yeah, I know. Then he might have a little more energy. But yeah, I mean, I think Engine 2 works really well, and obviously, Rip is super fit and it works for him. But maybe if he's a contractor, it might be harder to plan all of his meals or whatever. But rather than abandoning it altogether, maybe work in some healthy fats and see if that does a trick.